Hello and welcome to Famicast 187, your Famicast for the early part of December 2020. I'm your host, Danny Bivens, and today I'm joined, as always, by James Charlton.
Hey. I don't always play video games, but when I do, I play Nintendo.
Hold.
Right? That's all you got. That's all you got.
That's all I got. Took me a minute. I was thinking, like, what is that word again? There it is. We're also joined, of course, by Ty Sugar.
I always play video games, and it's never Nintendo.
There you go.
Yeah,
it's the 1-2 punch, right?
That's our podcast in a nutshell.
That's right.
Pretty much. So, as always, we got a pretty exciting show for you guys today. This is the last regular episode of the Famicast of 2020.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I think some of you longtime listeners, and hopefully you guys also on the show, know what that means for the next episode. I think you do.
That's right. All new episode.
Yes.
Bring out the
It's a rerun. I'll just say it's new. Just runs like a 2017 episode.
Yes. Yeah. No, but of course we're talking about the Fammies. That'll be next on December 16th on the video version. That'll be December 18th for you audio listeners. But yeah, so today it's going to be pretty much a regular show. We got a lot of games to talk about. A lot of news actually came up too, and we're going to give you guys a bit of a preview of the Fammies. So let's just go ahead and kick things off with some new business.
Hell yeah!
And James, would you mind kicking things off for us?
Sure. I mean, we'll finish. Last episode, me and Danny. Well, I talked a bit about Cake Bash, and I said, "Hey, me and Danny are about to play online together." And then maybe the next day, we did. So yeah, me and Danny played some online Cake Bash together, which is the kind of it's more like a fighting game than an Overcooked game. Even though it looks like Overcooked, it's more like a fighting game.
Right.
And yeah, it worked absolutely flawlessly. I mean, I don't know if Danny agrees with me, but there was no hiccups whatsoever. I mean, we got our asses handed to us by the bots, but we had a good time.
Yeah, and it was running fine. I was even running the game on Wi-Fi, like upstairs, away from my normal setup and stuff. It still worked okay. So,
yikes!
Yeah, well, unfortunately, as I found out a few episodes ago, my LAN adapter no longer works. So none of my LAN adapters work with my Switch. So I don't understand what the problem is. It could be my Switch, it could be wires, it could be everything. I've tried everything, it doesn't work. So I am unfortunately on Wi-Fi. It's absolutely disgusting. But there you go.
I'd say, James, you could try to get a new dock.
Way ahead of you, mate. I have two docks. Neither of them work.
Wow. Okay.
Yep, I've tried everything, man. I've tried changing up wires, changing up LAN adapters, changing up docks. Sure, I'm not going to buy a new fucking Switch just to see if that's the problem.
No, might as well wait
it in.
Yeah, might as well wait at this point for some kind of like a system, a system refresh, like new 3DS-ish type of deal. The Switch Pro or something.
I mean, maybe this is encroaching on something that I'll be hitting on in JAPANews, but just thinking about trading in my Switch for another Switch, or even just getting it repaired, it's like Nintendo say, if you send your Switch in for repair, we may have to format the data and you may lose save data. That's bullshit. I think they immediately, as soon as they get it, they just hit the delete button, delete. Oh, we've got your Switch. Delete.
What they do, they throw your junky piece of shit in a pile and grab something out of the junky piece of shit fixed pile and say it's yours.
Right.
That's how the stuff works, man. Broken phones.
Okay, if I'm wrong, I mean, please comment, write in, whatever, tweet. Has anyone sent in a Nintendo device to be repaired, and it's come back with your save data on, intact? I've never seen it. I mean, thank goodness we have cloud saves now, but I don't know how they decide this. I think they decided by okay, which games really need save data, like cloud save data. Okay, let's not include those. Yeah, Splatoon 2, your 250-hour save. Yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to be backed up. Animal Crossing, 800 hours. You played it every day since the pandemic started. Yeah, that's not going to be backed up. Pokemon, you've got a complete Pokedex of 800 Pokemon. Yeah, you have to pay for an extra service for that. It's like, how do they decide this? It's absolutely nonsense. But anyway, we may have a solution for that in the in the JAPANews. Probably not. So yeah, Cake Bash. Yeah, it's fun to play. Well, nobody's playing it in the same house because nobody has friends over anymore. But yeah, good news is they made a workable online, so you can play together. Then I played. I mean, I talked about it like maybe in the Halloween episode. I said like, oh, maybe I'll reinstall Ghostbusters and play some more of that.
Oh yeah,
I did. Played a few more chapters, missions of the Ghostbusters, the official Ghostbusters game, and yeah, I mean, it's fun, but it's very much a generic action game with a beautiful Ghostbusters lick of paint. So for me, that's fine. But like, if you kind of like, I don't know, lukewarm on the Ghostbusters, or you just like, you know, whatever, I just want a game with ghosts in, probably maybe you should look elsewhere. Luigi's Mansion 3 is a way better ghost busting game, because that game is like fantastic, you know, save for little annoying bits in it, but like it is pretty much like a really, really good ghost busting game, with great puzzles. But this one is just like more like clear the room, go to the next room, you know, listen to some witty banter from the authentic voice actors, you know, from the authentic actors.
That's the draw to it, right? Like it's just kind of like a continuation of the story. You know, if you're really into Ghostbusters, you can actually, you know, kind of see a new episode or whatever of, you know, the world that you might have been invested in back in the day.
And it's clever because you play as a not, you know, one of the four guys, so you always get to hear those guys talking with each other, and you just kind of listen to the banter, which is great. So yeah, there's that, and then the rest of the time has been playing AOC, the official Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez game, which you may know as the Zelda, what's it called? Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity.
Yep.
Yeah, I put a shockingly little time into this game. I was, I don't know why, but like, well, I've been kind of busy last couple of weeks. Work has actually finally died down, so I played a little bit last night, for example, and if we weren't doing a podcast, I'd probably be playing it now. But like, it's yeah, I mean, I've still played the demo more than the full game, which is almost like a Bivens thing to do, isn't it? A Bivens it.
No,
but I'm not going to Bivens it. I am going to play more of the game.
I'd say, hey, James, what I did with this, because I'll kind of jump in here a little bit too, because this is basically the main thing I've been playing. But like, yeah, I played the demo for like that first mission, and then I could have obviously played more because there's a lot more to do in the demo, but I just bought the game. You know, if you guys out there, you probably saw my video maybe about the unboxing of the huge,
holy shit,
huge.
You saying that? If you're not watching the video version, Danny's screen just filled up with a box. Like, we literally couldn't see him anymore.
Yeah, it is fucking massive.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway. Oops, not this, wrong button. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, with that, so I mean, obviously,
Danny, why are you not wearing your scarf or the blanket? It should be draped over your. Oh, there it is.
I got the scarf. So like, that's the funny thing, right? Like, you know, this treasure box version of the game came with, you know, all sorts of cool stuff. It came with this really. I'll kind of zoom in back on me for the camera stuff, but it came with this really cool acrylic plate. It's actually really heavy, really big, like bigger than like the actual game itself, almost like as big as my head. I have kind of a big head. And it came with a couple of other goodies too. Like I said, obviously a lot of people know about the stupid blanket, which I literally just put away yesterday because it
worth the $150 you paid for it. Fantastic.
Yes, it is not cheap. And you know, in the video I made of it, if you want to, you should check it out because it's a lot high. You know, it's a really high resolution video of all of the stuff that came with it.
I was going to say, didn't you already talk about all of this? But I guess that was the separate video. That wasn't the podcast, right?
Yeah, it was literally like 24 hours beforehand or something. So like, yeah. But yeah, that blanket is a piece of shit. If you're wanting to get this set because you're like, that blanket's going to keep me warm at night, well, then you're insane. I don't think anybody thinks that. But
also, it's more like a handkerchief.
It's yes. No, it is really thin. It's really crappy. So I hope if you just want to live the blanket lifestyle, just check out the video and be glad you didn't spend like $160 on it.
Right. None of the other outlets have like gone out there and bought it, have they? It's like, oh, we're going to be there's going to be like hundreds of videos of people importing it. Nobody did.
Yeah.
Nobody did. Just Danny.
Yeah, there are some other like fan YouTube sites, just fans that have it. Like they got it. I mean, most of the people that got it, don't live in Japan. So yeah. So I mean that's a thing. But I figured, hey, I'm in Japan. I'm mildly interested in this stuff. So what the hell? And then, like I kind of just showed a little bit here too. I picked up the original Hyrule Warriors Zelda scarf a couple of weeks. This last week, I think.
This is legendary. I mean, if people listen to RFN, people know about that. It's kind of a legendary thing on that podcast because of how much they rip on it. Because that was that was exclusive in America, wasn't it? Like only the New York store had it.
Yeah.
Nowhere else.
Exactly. Here in Japan, it was just part of the treasure box that you can get if you, order it. And you could even, I remember before this Hyrule Warriors was even announced, I was kind of looking on resale sites and stuff like that for the Wii U treasure box, and you could find them I found one as low as like 4,000 yen, about $40, but it was sold already. So I was like, okay, but I got this scarf for like the equivalent of like $15 US, 1,500 yen.
Just the scarf?
Yeah, just the scarf. This is like, I can get another one too, because I'm thinking about, well, I want one to maybe actually wear and just be that asshole.
So you never bought the original treasure box for the Wii U Hyrule Warriors?
No, at the time I was pretty strapped for cash, and I was just happy enough just getting the game. It came out in like a weird time. It came out like in August 2014 in Japan, and then it came out like in
perfect time to wear a scarf in Japan when it's like 55 degrees.
Yeah, what the hell are they thinking? But yeah, then when it came out in the States, it came out like a month and a half later. So yeah.
Awesome.
Anyway, maybe we should talk about the game. Sorry.
You're listening to Scarfcast.
Yes.
Well, I'm done, by the way. So if you want to talk more about Age of Calamity, I mean,
yeah,
it's. I mean, we've already talked about it, right? I mean,
kind of.
I haven't unlocked any new characters. It's still just Zelda, Link, and Impa.
Really?
That's all. Those are only 3 I have so far. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'm further than you.
Wow.
Like I haven't been doing any like the side questy things. I'm just kind of going after the big missions in the game, because you get to, spoiler alert, get the Guardians, not the Guardians, the other heroes and stuff like on your team. I got the Goron guy, and I got, oh my god, the chick in the desert. Urbosa. And yeah, she's really good. I really like playing as her. She's cool. Yeah, and I don't know. When I kind of made up my mind with this. I was talking to Ty a little bit beforehand, and James Allen too, signing off. I'm still tempted by Age of Calamity, but we'll definitely try that demo out first. Yeah, you definitely should, man.
Yeah. I mean, I was forced to buy it by my own. I was hoisted by my own petard with that.
Yeah, it's either that or you're at like 50 bones or a game. So
it's like, do you want to lose 50 bones or do you want to gain like a full price game? So
yeah. Well, what I did before I started kind of getting into the game, and maybe this is sacrilege by most people. Maybe I know it is by Ty, but I kicked the game down to easy mode, and let me tell you why. With Warriors games, typically, hard mode doesn't mean like the enemy's skills are getting any better. It just means that they can take like double the hits, quadruple the hits. So like, that doesn't sound like fun to me. So, and with this game, I just want to, experience the story. So
that was there was the same problem with Wolfenstein Youngblood. It was the same thing. It was just like, do you want to shoot the guy in the head once or 15 times?
Just like real life.
Right?
Yeah. So yeah, I kind of have like issues with that where sometimes I get it. It's tough to kind of make a game a little bit more difficult in a more organic kind of a way. I get that. Sports games are really big culprits for that. I love sports games, but like, if you turn up the difficulty, what it usually does in a sports game, it makes your characters, your players worse. Like for example, for like an American football game, you turn up the difficulty to like the hardest thing, and let's say the catch statistic for your guys, it like goes down significantly. Even if you're having like the game of your life, hitting guys like right in the numbers, they'll drop it because that statistic is just dropped down, because that's the only way the developers can find a way to make it so it's fair or hard. But that's not hard. That's just bullshit, and it just makes you mad.
Danny, quick aside, because I know nothing about American football. When you said hit the guy right in the numbers, I'm just imagining hitting him in the balls.
Oh, no, like the saying is, like you have a number on your chest.
Oh, gotcha. Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. What you're saying is American guys have testicles on their chest. Got it.
Yes, I do. But anyways, so just to kind of avoid that kind of bullshit, I just kicked it down to easy mode. Call me a baby if you want. That's fine. But yeah, and I'm finding it more enjoyable because I can kind of spam through the missions and stuff like that, and kind of tell your guys on your team like, hey, go over here and take care of this, and they actually do a pretty good job.
That makes sense, actually. I mean, my thumb does get a little bit tired actually playing Age of Calamity. It's like how many times I got a wail on YYX, YYX. These fucking hell, man. Thumb gets a bit tired after like an hour.
Exactly. And I mean, just imagine if it's you're down to like your last heart and you die because this boss has just 5 million health just because it's hard. That's not anyways. But
you need to YYX faster, Danny.
It goes, you can only go so fast. But just to kind of close this talk out on Age of Calamity, I can't help but think about the Persona 5 Phantom Strikers that came out earlier this year. And I've talked about it a billion times already this episode, but even though that game is a Warriors game, it is so different than this. And yeah, Metal Mike has a comment here. Love the game. If you're just playing for the story, easy is the way to go. I like the challenge, playing it on hard. Okay.
Ooh, calling you out, Danny.
That's fine. Hey, man, you play a game that however you want to enjoy it. That's the way I kind of look at it. But with Persona 5, it's so much more than just, bashing on buttons and getting through enemies and then getting to story. They tie the story in. They tie a lot of exploration stuff in with the thing. Actually make it seem like an RPG, which is really cool about that. But anyways, yeah, and then just kind of a quick update on the old hashtag BeatBivensBalls, as James so lovingly put it. So I've been kind of getting back into some Game & Watch and stuff like that, and because we have a user on Twitter, I'm gonna read out his name here because he's pretty nice guy. But yeah, is
it Smug Shitlord?
No, not Smug Shitlord.
One of our greatest fans. Yep.
Good username.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
Right. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I'm very impressed that a lot of people have been using the official hashtag, which again is BeatBivensBalls. So keep that up. It's I think it was number 3 trending in Japan at the last week, so that's pretty good.
Absolutely.
Keep mashing his balls.
Keep doing it.
But actually, score it was pretty high, right? Like I had people on the IGN podcast saying like, "Oh, I got 70 points. Oh, I got 80 points." I was like, "Wait a minute, didn't Danny get like thousands of points? Like, sitting all over them."
So right now, the new score to beat from me is 4,679. Just about got to 5,000.
In your face, IGN.
Yeah, that took about like 2 hours. Thankfully, you can take breaks because looking at this little screen is the black and white stuff. It kind of gets to your eyes. But the guy that I've been going back and forth with the scores, he's at random number guy, but right now his username says F0 is my dad. So, I mean, that's
nice.
Awesome.
Good guys.
But yeah,
we got the greatest listeners, and have we?
I don't know if he listens to the show, but if he does,
wait, is this one of those things where you can change your display name at any time?
Yeah. Twitter.
Oh hell yeah!
It's called Twitter, Ty. It's great. Yeah. You can change your name at any time.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
okay. I thought you were. There was like an official leaderboard for this somehow.
Oh, no, man. Like this, you can't connect this thing to the internet or nothing. I didn't make any proprietary software just for BeatBivensBalls or anything. I made like a shitty image and posted it up on Twitter. So,
all right, good job. Can you play Doom on it?
They you probably saw that video. They did put Doom on it.
Yeah, that's right.
What's that, James?
Yeah, on that Doom thing, I think they found out it has like maybe 500 kilobytes of storage or something like that. So you could maybe fit 3 NES games on it or something like that.
Yeah,
but no, about the about talking about updating it and stuff like that. It's a joke, but we found out, like maybe in the last episode, we said that the some of the languages were all messed up for the Mario song. So like the German one was like Portuguese and stuff like that. And it's like, wait a minute, actually, yeah, shit, they can't update that. That is literally welded into the system, and unless you fucking hack into it, you'll never be able to do that. They're going to have to just reissue new versions, aren't they?
Yeah, unless they
probably going to be two versions in the future.
Exactly, on later releases they do that. So pick them up now, boys and girls.
Yeah,
I have two of the original 1.0. Gonna sell it for millions down the road.
It's like the amiibo. Do you remember that when the amiibo started and there was one Samus which had 2 arm cannons, and that was going for like ridiculously high prices because it was like a printing error, and there was only like a handful ever made. So people were buying.
As an avid toy collector, you can any type of like weird variations and stuff like that. Those, I mean, because they're mistakes, and the people that make them want those to be forgotten, but they're not going to be forgotten.
All right, mate, save it for Collector's Corner.
Right. All right. Well, that pretty much does it me for new business. So, Ty, how about you go ahead and close us out, dude?
Yes. All right. I've been playing a lot of games as always. So last night I got around to playing a game that I've been interested in for a while. Hypnospace Outlaw.
Nice.
Yeah, James, are you familiar with this?
Very much.
All right.
I haven't played it, but I've seen a lot of videos.
Okay, so basically it's like a 1999 GeoCities simulator. It's so good. Nice. All right. So yeah, there's like a story where Hypnospace is like an internet you usually dream or whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. It's just GeoCities. And as a GeoCities volunteer cop, you have to look for copyright infringements, harassment, malware, and oh boy, it's so good.
So you're playing a cop.
Yes, you're playing an internet cop. Not even a cop, like an internet, like volunteer hallway monitor snitch.
Right.
And
do I look like a cop?
And do you get your fake internet money for it? And
nice.
There are fucking things in this game that made me laugh out loud because, like, as an older millennial, I'm intimately familiar with the source material.
Do they have like a fake mouse cursor thing going on, or is it just all controller inputs?
Yeah, it's fake mouse cursor. It's on-screen keyboard. Nice. If you're playing on console, and it's kind of perfect. It reminds me of the actual like mid to late '90s technology, like playing, for example, Sega Saturn Netlink, Sega Saturn web browser. Super Nintendo Genesis X-Band, etc. Yeah, I played X-Band. I was playing Killer Instinct Online in like 1996.
Yo, I just read about that stuff. I didn't even. I had no way I was gonna be able to play that.
Oh man. So let's see. So, you spent a lot of time like browsing through these fucking websites. It's like, like teenagers fan sites for like a Linkin Park equivalent and all sorts of stuff. And there's fucking web rings. And so anyway, you search through these fucking GeoCities sites looking for the things I mentioned, like malware, piracy, fucking copyright. Like the first thing you do is you're looking for like images of this copyrighted like fake 1960s cartoon character. Okay. And like you're fucking like DMCAing children's drawings and shit. It's so good.
Coming, those bastards.
Yeah, so you like just DMCA all of them, and like you have to read the instructions too. It's like distinct likenesses that are, and that like one of the kids' drawings is so bad that it doesn't actually count. They just kind of split that in the middle. Okay, and there's other stuff too. There's viruses. There's malware.
Ooh.
Okay, so I think the thing that made me laugh the hardest was you're looking for like this unauthorized monetary service. It's like, like something very PayPal or Bitcoin-esque.
Okay.
Because you're only allowed to use the official currency on the fucking GeoCities equivalent. So in order to like go looking for these, like you actually install like this malware, this Professor Helper it's called, and it's clearly just like Bonsai Buddy.
Nice.
Right? You remember that fucking purple gorilla? I was never dumb enough to install that, but you install it, and like about every 1 minute or so, this little like 16 color CG like professor pops up in the corner and says in like this really low fidelity dot wave voice, "Howdy, I'm Professor Helper. You need some help with that?" And like if you click yes, it just gives you like a fucking pop-up that says you want a free cruise.
You want a free cruise?
Yeah, or it's like one of 3 pop-ups. And the one that made me laugh was like a link to like this ominous Into the Fed fucking book. And it's like it takes to this page. It's like blood money. Open your mind's eye. It's the Illuminati. Order the book now with fucking Kappa Cash. And it's like, oh, there's the infringement. Click.
So can you play this? Like, can you do like the evil path? Like, actually just fuck everything over and like fuck the system, fuck the police, kind of thing. Or you have to play it straight.
So far, I've only been able to play it straight. I don't know if it gets more elaborate. I think it becomes more like a Where's Waldo / Carmen Sandiego kind of thing where you have to follow clues and figure out where shit is.
I see.
Yeah, there was one where I was looking for the NG payment system, and let's see, what did I do? So I got in the first time. And like there's a psychic chick on there, and she only takes like the no good currency. So you get in there and you fucking DMCA that shit or whatever. And then in the next chapter, it's been like a month has passed, and like she has this thing set up with this password, and I think you're supposed to figure out the password through some clues to get into her new payment page. But like I just went in my old emails and followed the old link to her payment page, and it was like just there back up, and I'm like, wow, I just circumvented all that by being good at computers.
That's cool. They've thought about it that deeply. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, it's like a really good 90s internet simulator. It's really magic and just cool. This amazing sort of way. Oh, and every website has like built-in auto-playing music.
Of course.
Yeah, generally MIDI or like low-grade WAV or MP3.
Does it have a spinning skull, like a silver skull?
Hell yeah, it's got skulls everywhere.
Nice.
Yeah,
it's got like a page counter too.
Probably my favorite webpage on there is like this. There's this kid. His name's Zane. You find him for like your harassment report, and he's like just calling one of his classmates dumb and fat, and like he made an MS Paint comic about it. So you report all that shit. But like his page, it's like it has like all the skulls and the Linkin Park music and shit.
Nice.
Yeah, like
awesome.
Like skeleton gifs and fire and stuff. It's actually, so good.
The other month, using the Wayback Machine, I actually found my old GeoCities website.
Oh, nice. Good shit!
And it was like,
I'm gonna look that up.
That was amazing.
Oh yeah. I follow GeoCities GiftBot on Twitter. It's so good. It like just shows you like a random GIF from 90s GeoCities like every day or every few hours or whatever it is, and it includes a link to the Wayback Machine version of the website.
That's awesome. Cool. What is it again?
GeoCities GiftBot.
GeoCities GiftBot. Okay.
That's one of my favorite Twitters. Every now and then there's a not work safe one. Fair warning. You might see like a fucking 16 color penis GIF.
Of course.
But overall, it's been great.
Cool.
I've saved so many and like dumped them on Discord and stuff. It's so good.
James Allen has a comment here. He said, Ty's warehouse distribution center looking very festive.
Yeah, look, I got the Hatsune Miku Christmas blankets up.
Yeah. You got
Yeah,
some Santa,
I
you got a
got
Santa hat on.
Mugman with the hat.
Yeah. Nice.
I got the sock over here. I think I had that last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like all this fucking trash is good for something.
Yeah, nice. And then Metal Mike says, "Hey, this game looks trippy." I'm
Oh, it's
assuming
so trippy. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And
oh yeah, there's the link to GeoCities gift bot.
I just posted it in the chat for everyone to join.
Sure to check that out, guys. Cool.
Oh yeah. Sometimes it's something I've seen before, like like old anime gifs and stuff, and it's just like a nostalgia trip.
Sure, yeah.
And sometimes it's just like ridiculous bullshit. It's so good.
What else you got for us, Ty?
Okay. Oh, by the way, if you have Game Pass, Hypnospace Outlaw is also on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. There's this game Wandersong. Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't heard about that at all.
Oh, Ty, I think I recommended that to you like several months ago.
Yeah, maybe. I'm sure like I didn't care because, it's this fucking cute puzzle looking game without any combat. It's a little bit of combat, but
well, because it was the musical aspect of it that I thought you might dig.
All right, yeah, that sounds familiar. Yeah, it was kind of fun. I actually just blew through it as fast as I could for achievements.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
but I did enjoy what I played. It's got kind of like an Adventure Time / Undertale vibe to it, with like a musical twist. It's strictly 2D. It's got a very like a very, very flat color, like construction paper kind of look.
Almost a little bit like Tokitori, the look of it sometimes.
Yeah, but it is very expressive.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see it for cheap, or well, it's not on Game Pass anymore. Like it has, the time has passed on that, but it's on Switch and Steam and everything. So
there's a demo on Switch. There's a demo if you
want.
Oh,
there's a demo. Yeah, you can see if it's up your alley. Like I enjoyed it. It's very, very cute, very chill game. And it does get dramatic later on, kind of serious. But yeah, like I said, it has very much an Adventure Time kind of vibe to it, I think.
Yeah, you are kind of doing like pattern recognition, or like a musical, like a rhythm game kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Like tapping in time with the rhythm to kind of beat bosses or something like that. And I think it was the kind of reminded me of that game that you always talk about, the
Necrodancer.
Yeah, Necrodancer. I thought like it kind of uses the same skill set as that, so I thought that might be up Ty's alley. Sounds like it was.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not really a difficult game though.
Right.
But it's fun. I think you like it. I think a lot of people would like it when they wouldn't expect to. So yeah, try out that demo. See what you like. See if you like it. Yeah, available now. Demo. All right. A couple more things real quick. Dead by Daylight just got another big update. And they resolved their copyright stuff with Freddy Krueger, so now you can buy and play Freddy Krueger and that fucking Survivor guy. Who cares?
Survivor guy? What?
Yeah, Quentin. He was just one of the guys in the Friday the 13th movies.
Gotcha.
Right. Oh, classic Quentin. Yeah, love him.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can now play as Freddy and Quentin on Nintendo Switch and Windows Store version and Stadia version. That's
I was going to say, what about Stadia?
Yeah.
It's across the board.
Mm-hmm.
So they might actually be able to get cross progression in. That might be one of the things they were trying to nail down before they got a whole cross progression system in, which would be nice. Like I had way more progression on my Xbox than on my PC, so it would have been nice to port that over. Oh yes, and they added another new killer and new survivor in the same update, so you can play them now.
Is it just a generic thing or movie related or?
No, it's original character. It's the twins. So you're actually playing as two characters. It's like kind of a conjoined twins kind of character, except they're not really conjoined.
Okay. God.
Yeah, it's real spooky, hard to describe, but okay, you have like this spooky woman and her brother, which actually like lives inside her, and this little gremlin can pop out and jump on survivors and snitch on their positions and stuff, and she can sneak up on them and like fucking murder them with a fucking scythe or whatever.
Okay.
Oh, a lot of fun.
Very nice.
But you have to protect the little gremlin, or they're gonna play kick the baby with it. Yeah, and they also reworked a bunch of old maps. Like a couple of the most dated looking maps got graphical updates. So yeah, it's the part of the ongoing process to make the game look next generation instead of last generation, and so far they're doing a pretty good job of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of fucking characters now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get that cross progression down, right? Like, I mean, Rocket League did it, right? So I can do
Yeah.
it.
Probably just a matter of time, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's in their agenda.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I think they already have cross progression between Switch and Steam.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Stadia. Like, why?
Stadia? Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
I remember reading and talking about that.
Okay.
I haven't actually played it on. Just played it on Xbox and a Windows Store version, which is different from the Steam version for reasons.
Right.
But-
Stadia, more like failure.
Yeah, nice.
I
So
don't
they
get
did
it.
Take that one.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I'll explain it to you later, Danny.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, but as I think I mentioned before, there's a pretty good like in-game friends list you can use to keep track of your friends between platforms.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah, so you don't need like fucking room codes or fucking
Bullshit.
like long ass cloud IDs or whatever.
Yeah,
Friend
I'm
code?
still, Ty, I think I told you about this in the summer when the game was on sale, like on the Switch, even here. Like, I'm
Right.
still like really interested in picking this up. And I mean, obviously, if I get it, I want to get it on the Switch, and I want to get it from the Japanese eShop. So it's gonna be expensive, but it's just a matter of like, if it gets that sweet point. It was pretty much there in the summer. I just like forgot about it, and then it was back to regular price. And I kind of want it physical too. So
well,
I don't know.
unfortunately, it's quite popular in Japan, so that price might not actually come down.
Yeah, I like I said, I've seen it in the shop for about like 4,000 or 5,000 yen, which not great, obviously, but
Right.
physical game in Japan, you know what I mean? So it's just priced higher.
Who publishes
Right.
it here in Japan, Ty? Do you know?
Fuck. No, I don't.
Okay. Yeah, because that also affects the price a lot.
Sure.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I've seen it for like $12 on other platforms just for the base game.
Yeah.
But that's
yeah.
in Western countries, right?
Yeah.
Western shops, Western accounts, yeah.
Well, I think Japanese Steam, I've seen it that cheap too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Possibly. Yeah. So yeah. Well, I'll enjoy playing it with you when you get it.
Yeah. Just looking up some of the publisher here. Let's see. I have this pulled up. Yeah, Behavior Interactive. Does that sound
Oh yeah, that's actually the company that makes it.
okay?
I
It sounds like
guess
these
public.
days a lot more Western developers. I don't know how rules must have changed about this, but they're self-publishing more
Right.
here in Japan than what they were even just 5 years ago, which is
Right.
great.
I mean, those platform holders, they want those like 5,000 indie games a year.
Yeah.
Because
I
that's
mean, whereas
money.
whereas Nintendo 5 years ago were like, no, you have to have a physical shop or a physical office in Japan. You have to have a fax number and all this other horse shit.
Fax number. It's not even a joke. It's not even a joke.
And I think this is like an influence probably from Nintendo of America or Nintendo Europe, basically saying like, yo, that is absolutely stupid. If you want to have like more indie games on your system, you need to just let these guys do it their own way. So
Right.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
Dark time.
Yeah.
Talking about the
Yeah.
Wii era, aren't you?
Yeah. Also,
Mhm.
Behavior Interactive is Canadian, and they are partially funded by the government Canadian Media Fund.
oh, okay. I thought you could say like the IRA or something, but okay.
That would be, I'm playing
That
IRA.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's a much better government-funded game than America's Army.
Oh, sponsored by Twitch, right, Ty? Huh?
Oh yeah, I love
Heyo.
like shitting up their Twitch chats. More like World of War crimes, am I right?
Heyo.
Okay. One more thing. Just been playing MK11, starting to put a little time on it. Haven't decided my favorite character yet. It's still kind of
I got a fancy update for this series, the Series 6, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I played it in 4K. I can download the story mode in 4K for like 80 gigs.
Christ. Oh man.
Yeah, or not.
Yeah.
You can actually just uninstall the story, which is nice. Save you
Yeah.
some space after you just blow through it.
But isn't Mortal Kombat like actually one of the few fighting games that actually does have a good story? Ironically.
Yeah, like you could just watch it on YouTube, which is what I did a year ago. And then like when I actually played it, I just like skipped all the cutscenes as fast as I could. They're just giving it away. One of the best parts of the game.
Oh, I saw a skin. They did skins for the original movie skins.
Yeah, they did,
like
and they got the voice actors too.
Oh wow, Christopher Lambert, amazing.
That's right. Yeah, he sounds a little older, but like they gave him like a full voiceover for all the character interactions. And
they already had Shang Tsung, didn't they? The original. Yeah. What's his name? The Japanese guy. I've forgotten his name.
Yeah. Like they had him from the start.
Yeah.
And as you might know, like Sonya in the game is voiced by what's her name? That MMA fighter, Rousey.
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey. Yeah, and she has like the worst voice acting I've ever. So bad. So like.
Oh, she's the modern Sonya, right? Not
but you can now replace those voice lines with whatever actress played Sonya in the movie.
Huh. Right. Right. Oh yeah, her.
Yeah, her. And I mean, like anything would be better than Ronda Rousey. So that's fun. Yeah, I haven't decided what character I like the best yet. I'm still like just kind of working through achievements and figuring stuff out. I kind of like Baraka.
Honestly, I'd be impressed if anyone can name a single actor from a Mortal Kombat movie except Christopher Lambert.
Scott probably could. Scott is really deep into it.
Yeah. I remember he did the quiz show. That's a patron exclusive podcast that we did and he did one all about Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Scott's at one point he was super into it. I think maybe he's kind of calmed down a little bit on the MK bandwagon, but yeah.
Right.
May he rest in peace.
Right. Exactly.
Right. Do you remember the actor who played Kano in the MK movie?
No, it was not the sequel though.
No, like he died like right after he made that movie. He went on like this huge like cocaine party binge or something and just like fucking died immediately.
Ironically, his heart exploded.
God.
Man, he did such a fucking good job that like MK11 Kano, actually like MK9, 10, and 11 Kano are actually based kind of on his portrayal as a nice nod, and probably because it's way better than the sort of blank slate they had.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool. All right. So that'll about do it for what I've been playing.
All right. Well,
catch you in Hypnospace.
Right. Don't ban me or whatever.
Sign my guest book.
Yes. All right. Well, that's going to do it for the new business. So we're going to go ahead and move on to some Now Playing at Famicast.com. So Now Playing at Famicast.com, lots of stuff going on our YouTube, lots of stuff going on the website, and lots of different things coming up here in the future. I'll go ahead and get things kicked off here. James and I actually just recorded a Patreon-only episode all about, well, it's a thing we have called Famicast Screen Time, and it's all about movies and games and, movies, TV shows, and games related to movies and stuff like that. This past episode was all about Star Wars, The Mandalorian Season 1, and then James and I also talked a little bit about Star Trek Discovery and a little bit more. And actually, James, just for the record, I just literally watched the first episode of Star Trek Discovery last night.
Nice.
So
there you go.
Yeah,
Good
liking
times.
it a lot. It's pretty. That's a pretty cool first episode. I'll tell you that. So
Yeah. Definitely gets you in there.
yeah. One other big thing that we've been kind of like quiet about here. You might have seen it on social media and stuff like that, but we have actually been invited to take part in a panel for maybe some of you guys out there have heard of Long Island Retro Gaming. They've been around for a while, having like conventions and stuff in the New York area and stuff. And obviously with the pandemic and stuff like that, they've had to rearrange how they do all of this stuff. Well, anyways, they've invited us to come on to their digital version of the show. It's called Uplink 2021. This is going to be taking place between February 20th and February 21st of 2021. We are going to be on there as a group talking about the N64 and its like impact on gaming, all sorts of other stuff. We're not going to throw all the details or anything like that, but it's going to be pretty freaking cool. I'm really excited about it, and hope you guys can check it out too. So
yep. It's bigger than PAX. It's bigger than E3 combined times 10. So
hell yeah,
it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
no pressure on us.
Of course, because we're there.
Right,
Yep.
right. So, anyways, yeah, just kind of mark that on the old calendar for now. Yeah, it should be pretty cool. We'll have times and stuff like that out as soon as we can. So yeah, please understand. James, what else we got, man?
Just the cake bash video that me and Danny did.
Mm-hmm.
See you later.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's good. It's fun. And yeah, please enjoy.
Be on the lookout for games that made us later this month.
That's right.
Oh shit! Nice,
yeah.
Nice catch, Ty.
It's happening.
Yeah.
I am preparing to birth this grim specter of 16-bit Kane.
All right, I'm looking forward to it because I'm going to actually be with you. So
that's right.
I'm
Team
ready
America.
to be.
Yeah, so joining me in my 16-bit tortured dungeon. Let's go.
That's right. That's Ty's third chapter, right? So yeah.
Right. Yeah, this is where things start getting real. Well, as if Battletoads wasn't real enough.
Right.
Right.
All of this and more at Famicast.com and on YouTube at //Famicast.
Nice.
You have to do the rest of the show like that.
Okay, well, James, I think you know what
JAPANews.
That's right, everybody. It is time for the JAPANews. This is the time of the show where we talk about all the latest comings and goings of Nintendo and gaming and all that type of stuff. Actually, quite a few bangers out there today when it comes to news. And James, James or Ty?
Beautiful.
James, go ahead. You should do this one then.
Well, this is old news for Ty, but it's very exciting news for me. So yeah, Doom Eternal. It finally got a release date for Switch, and it is in 6 days' time from the time of recording. The price hasn't been announced yet. It's on the eShop, but there's no price on the eShop yet, so we don't know. But if it's anything to judge by the last game, I think it was like maybe about 8,000 or something in Japan.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be a full price game. Yeah, it was stealth announced. The Japanese release was stealth announced too. No mention on Nintendo's YouTube or social media yet. I think it was just announced by Bethesda, right?
Yeah. And well, like on the for Nintendo of America, Nintendo of Europe, I just noticed like 9 minutes. I was like scrolling around just on YouTube, and I was like, oh shit, Doom Eternal trailer on these Nintendo of America and Nintendo Europe. Okay. So yeah.
I mean, we're going to talk a little bit about the Fammies later in this episode, but like, I was looking through last year's Fammies document, and one of my most anticipated games of last year was Doom Eternal for Switch, and it was like, it was like beginning of December, like end of November, and it's like it's still no announcement. I was like, dude, this is not going to happen, right? Because this came out like maybe in March on the other console.
March.
Yeah. And
March
there it is, right at the end. So
Yep.
I'm going to try and get as much time in it as possible.
Well, we got Doom 64 in the meantime, so I mean, hey, I know you've been playing, dozens of hours of that, so you're good. And it was only $5.
But yeah, exciting, and they kept their promise. Doom Eternal released in the same year on Switch as the other consoles. It's just that there was 9 months between them.
Right.
But yeah, it looked good anyway. After the trailer, it looked they were using Switch footage, and it looked really good. So yeah, they've done a bang up job, I think, by the hopes of it, as same as the first Doom.
Yeah, and this is just if I know some of you guys out there are fans of NWR and stuff like that, and they did an interview with Panic Button, talking about the porting process, like how the pandemic kind of affected the whole development process, them working together with id and the id tech and all that type of stuff. It's pretty interesting read, and if you guys are interested in that, you should definitely check out that interview. It was really cool. I always kind of like
wizards.
Yeah, just hearing that Panic Button, man, they just do such good work, and just bringing stuff to Switch that really has no business being there. So yeah, good on them.
Yeah, any other company would just put it on the cloud service, right?
Right.
But they actually did the work and put it on Switch natively. It's kind of incredible.
Yeah. All right. Well, this next bit of news here. I'll tell you what, Ty, do you want to at least like kind of intro into this? I know you probably don't care. I mean, you really care because you love it so much. But can you just kick it off?
Oh, I fucking love system updates, and the latest Switch system update version 11.0 is here and adds some features of interest. Let's see. Screenshots and videos can now be transferred to smartphones and tablets, and by a QR code. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. You can transfer up to 10 screens and one video at a time. Okay. Well, yeah, you can scan QR codes. Not okay.
Well, I kind of wanted to talk about this specifically for a little bit too, because obviously right now, as of the way things are, if you wanted to share anything from your Switch, you could do it directly to social media, Facebook or Twitter, or you could pop out the SD card, assuming you had one in there, pop it into your computer, and then go in and dig around that way.
Okay.
There's really no way to get things to your platform of choice. I was talking with James about this yesterday, but if you guys out there, especially you longtime fans and stuff like that, you guys out there that had Wii U's or 3DSs and used the Miiverse, you might remember that they had a feature with that, basically like a screenshot storage area where you can save up to at the very end, you could save up to about 100 screenshots from either the 3DS or the Wii U. And that was great because you can access it on a browser. But I imagine that probably, ended up costing Nintendo money because they had to host this shit and all of this. But it's interesting because I got to try out how this works because, yeah, it is kind of stupid that we have to do this via QR code. But I think it's just like a cost-cutting measure from Nintendo. But at the same time, it still makes it so it's a little bit easier to get this stuff and to kind of do whatever the hell you want with it. The way it works is that a QR code comes up onto your Switch. You basically go into the album. You can choose share to a smartphone. A QR code comes up. You scan it with your camera on your phone, and then it basically connects your phone to the Switch. And then there's another QR code you check, and then you can actually see a page on your phone, like a direct connection to your Switch. And boom, then you can just save the stuff on your camera.
But as soon as you turn off your Switch, then that connection goes away, and you have to do it all again, right?
Why would you stop that in the middle?
No, I'm just saying like the next day, for example.
I don't know, because like I think I just closed it, but I had like a connection open. Shit, I don't know where the hell happened to it, but yeah, probably. I mean, because it sounds like it's I don't know if it's secure, probably not.
I wonder if you shared that web page with your computer, would you be able to access it on the computer as well?
I imagine, but they, it's a little bit later, a little bit just further on in this little news bit here. But if you wanted to do something with your computer, you could just hook up your Switch via USB, and you can just transfer photos and stuff that way.
But it says here, not via the dock. What does that mean?
Like you can't have if you're plugging in like the US to the USB ports on the dock, it doesn't work. You have to plug it into the system directly.
What? That doesn't work because that's a USB-C. So most
you have a USB-C to like a USB-A. How doesn't that work?
A USB adapter, and plug it directly into the bottom of your Switch.
Yeah, I mean that's
Oh
why
my
I think most people would rather do the smartphone route. What the hell's the big
Yeah.
deal about that, James? Like what? With the USB
No,
stuff?
no. I also heard that you can't do it over cellular. Like it has to be Wi-Fi,
Probably because it's
security reasons or whatever.
could be.
Because somebody could scan the QR code over Twitch or something, and then just like access your Switch over, from
Get
another country
what?
or whatever.
Like what? You
And
know, I mean,
get all your photos and delete them. I don't know.
oh boy.
Yeah, there also could be something tricky. I mean, this also seems like a window to hacking it. Makes it easier to do that. So I think they probably thought about that.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it does seem, because it's like, when you connect to like your router or something like that to do stuff, do settings. It's basically kind of like that. It logs you into like, an IP address or the little thingy at the top, all that type of stuff, and then just directly to that device.
Yeah. I tried it once, the smartphone thing. Yeah, and it worked. And I was like, cool, I've got a screenshot on my phone, but what's the point of this? I can just tweet it from my from the Switch directly anyway.
Yeah, but if like you wanted to make like a thread, you can't really do that. You know what I mean? There's some limitations with trying to use the social media stuff on Switch and the posts and stuff like that. Kind of annoying. And actually James Allen has a comment here too. He says, hey man, that photo video transfer method is long-winded, but at least you can get high-res video and screenshots on your smart device. It looked great on my iPhone 12 Pro Max screen.
Oh, video. Yeah, I suppose videos. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
And I mean, like James, I mean, you're a Mac user and an Apple user and stuff like that. So I know for me, like even if I used this method to get something to my phone, I think it's still easy to get to your computer via AirDrop, which is a great method. And I really wish that this was like just something that was available across the board on PC too. Just easily search for a device, just boom, send it just directly. It's there. Unless there already is something, Ty, like that.
I don't know. Like on Xbox, like I just click the thing and then it goes to my app, which is installed on every device I own.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy.
Yeah. I mean, I think... like I said, I think this is Nintendo's way of trying to do it to spend as least or as little amount of money as they possibly can, without having to worry about saving people's data and shit like that.
Yeah, they don't want to host that.
Yeah.
And even if they did, they shut it down in 3 years.
Yeah, right.
Like Miiverse, right? I mean, I think Miiverse was a fantastic idea. Just like it was just the hardware that it was on made it unusable. Like, if Miiverse was like like a smart, or it wasn't a smartphone app, but it was a web thing, right? So you could access it on your phone. I mean, being able to like comment and post and like do everything from your phone, it was super. It was good. I thought it was a good concept. Having those kind of almost like forums, but it was like separated by game. I thought that was super cool.
What a bizarre thing to even think about that. That wasn't even that long ago. It's basically like Nintendo. Yeah, exactly. Nintendo making their own special forums.
Yeah.
Which is so weird.
If you opened it up on your phone, it would take like 5 seconds. Yeah. If you opened it up on your Wii U, it would take 45 seconds. So, which is why most people didn't use it.
James Allen has another comment here too. Watching 30 seconds of one of my Mario 35 wins on the iPhone is the closest you'll get to having a decent Mario game on Apple. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Also,
watching a Mario video.
Yeah, Russ Greeno kind of just dropping in here. Typical. I'm unemployed and it's still difficult to watch live. I'm moving home this month and super busy. Well, Russ, good of you to drop by, man. Hope things get less.
Yeah, we don't usually get Russ live, do we?
Yeah.
He's usually in the comments, in the what do you call it, the YouTube comment section.
Yeah,
isn't he?
He might have already left, but anyway, maybe let's keep going on with some of the other features here with this update. Because I mean, yeah, that was a huge thing, and I will agree with you guys. I mean, it definitely could be better, but it's better than like not having an option at all,
Mm-hmm. But so, should I read the next one?
Sure.
So there is now a Nintendo Switch Online icon on the home screen. Yeah, I noticed that after updating. And it makes it easier to manage your subscription and other benefits. It's basically the button that was in the eShop. They've just put it on the home screen of the Switch. So
Yeah.
it's now part of the home menu, which that's weird to me. It's like all they've done is just reformatted it and put it on a button. It's like, okay, well, I guess they just want it more visible.
Yeah.
Just so people can see, what they're missing or, what they have.
Yeah.
Because, some people might not know that, certain games are, free, like, Tetris 99 and Mario 35. They might not even know that those games are exclusive to the online subscription.
Right. And, one other thing that this does too, James, it has like a couple of different options on the side and stuff like that. We have a screenshot right now up on the video version, but they have like a section for the NES and Super NES games, or Famicom and Super Famicom online games. And basically it just kind of lists out the games with the release date. You can filter it between Famicom or Super Famicom, NES, Super NES.
Yeah, that was kind of cool, yeah.
And they have like, little videos and some kind of little explanations and stuff too. So it's like, it's not replacing the apps. It's just another like way to get into the specific things and stuff like that. But
it's like added a Wikipedia page to your Switch.
Yeah. So, it's neat. And yeah, I think like you said, James, you nailed it. It really is probably to make it so it's just more visible, just Nintendo Switch Online, because this takes away the additional button press of go to the eShop, scroll all the way down to the bottom. What's this? Yeah.
It was very missable. Very missable. It's almost, if you're not even looking for it, you wouldn't even notice it. It was right at the bottom of the eShop. And it's like you go to the eShop and then there's a button that says Switch Online. It's like, but I'm already online. I'm already on the shop. It's like, the wording was weird, right? Yep. So James Allen in the chat says that people are moaning about the icon not blending in with the rest of the icons because it is bigger and it's red and everything else is like gray, right? Gray circle.
Is it bigger? I think it looks like it's about this.
Is it? Or is it just like an optical illusion?
I don't know. Okay, now looking at this screenshot, it looks a little bit bigger, but I could have swore it was about the same size. But
it's like one of those optical tests where it's like there's like two lines and it's the arrows pointing outwards and the arrows pointing inwards, and it's like which line is longer? And it's actually
got bad eyesight as it is.
Yeah, my gripe with the online thing, it says if you go back to the menu part of the icon, Danny, it says like online games, like online play. Mm-hmm. And I thought that when you click that, it would show all the games that you own, which have online functions. No, it doesn't. It's just a random list of online games. It's like, this game is online. It's like, wait, I don't own that game. Why are you showing me that?
I thought that too. It was like, okay, this does nothing for me.
It needs a filter. It needs like your games and then other games or available games or something like, or recommended games. That's just weird,
Yeah.
Because that might be a good way of getting people to play online. It's like, did you know this game that you own has an online mode? And it's like, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Imagine that.
Right.
All right then.
Do you want me to finish off the rest of this stuff? I think kind of breeze through these. Yeah. Game data can now be said to be automatically downloaded from the saved data cloud. I was kind of like looking into this. It sounded a little bit complicated and dumb, but okay.
That was quite useful, having a list of all the saved data that you've got on your cloud. That was good to have it all in one box, one place.
Yeah, and you can see like how many coupons you have if you bought one of those, or the vouchers. You can see that. Yeah, which is kind of nice. The vouchers, and then the Nintendo catalog tickets, wherever the hell they call them, and then save data and stuff like that. So okay. And they also show you, again, this is something that you can see usually on the eShop page or whatever. But yeah, when your eShop or Nintendo Switch Online thing cancels or it's it runs out, you can see that.
Right.
You could do download prioritization. You could basically choose what, if you're downloading multiple things, and this is stuff that's not new to anybody else but people that are Nintendo guys. But you can choose the order which you want this stuff to be downloaded. Button mapping can now be assigned names. That's something I haven't even messed around with at all with this because I really don't care.
Say that again.
Button mapping
can be assigned names, so you can have like a different profiles.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, that's cool.
I haven't messed around with that stuff at all. So I don't know much about it. I really don't care, honestly. But if you guys out
that's
there,
cool, because I didn't like the idea of changing my button config for like one game and then having to change it back for another game. So if that makes it easier, then yeah, I'm game for that. So that's an
like
online
a good
exclusive.
feature.
okay, maybe I'm wrong here. I'm the asshole.
That's a subscription exclusive feature?
I think that might no. That's just an update for update version 11.
Oh, okay. That would be pretty crappy, wouldn't it? It's like you have
Yeah.
to subscribe to get button profiles.
Right. And then
Yeah,
then they
you could have like a fighting game profile and like a platform game profile, like something like that, right?
Sure.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And then they have some new, player icons and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's like Mario-based ones from like the classic Mario, from basically Mario 35th anniversary stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Mario 3, Mario Brothers, blah blah blah.
I thought it would be Age of Calamity. There you go. Never mind.
Coming in version 12 next year.
They got like 1,000 Animal Crossing ones.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right.
It's ridiculous. Cool. All right. Well, Ty, do you want to take this next story about Super Mario or Super Nintendo World?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, please.
This actually looks pretty hype.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo World.
Yes.
Based no doubt on the 16-bit console alone.
Right. Yeah.
Not really. At Universal Studios in Osaka, Japan, is set to open February 4th, 2021. And Nintendo also showed off a Mario Kart ride that makes use of AR via a special Mario hat and glasses.
Holy shit, that's amazing.
And a lot of drugs.
Yes.
Projection mapping and other technical things. This looks pretty hype and is an important milestone in Nintendo fully transforming into Disney.
Yeah. This is their first step into making this is in Universal Studios. Then next step is actually real Nintendo land, where you're actually literally murdering your friends at an amusement park.
Hell yeah. Finally, I can get away with stomping on turtles all day.
Yes.
Yeah, these AR glasses are pretty cool. In case you're not watching the video one, it's got like it's like a Mario hat with like the AR goggles like attached to them. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, James Allen.
I much prefer AR to VR, so that's cool.
Yeah, James Allen, new Virtual Boy. Yes.
Pretty much.
And a couple of different news outlets were doing like kind of like a, I don't know if it's you wouldn't say hands-on. What the heck would you say? Of like the Mario Kart ride. They got to try it out or whatever, and so there's impressions about
Japan.
Like there's English, there's people from it's like Bloomberg or something, I don't remember, but there are impressions out there available in English about this.
Oh, it's what's his name, Mr. Mochizuki, the guy on Twitter.
Like I'm saying, like it's a complete like not him. It was like other outlets that were covering it.
Cool.
So it looks pretty cool, and actually it's really neat. They have actually trophies of like all of the Mario Kart trophies. Basically, all the different cups. And stuff lined up at this place. They have like a Koopa castle. It's really intricate and really cool.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Wonder if you can win one.
I wonder because, think about it. Universal Studios has, you can buy things like wands from Harry Potter and they're not cheap and they're pretty heavy and nice, actually. If they put, people will buy anything. So.
Well, the wristbands that you get when you go into the park, those look hype as fuck. Like, you can choose like a Yoshi one or a Mario one or whatever, Princess Peach. So if you get to keep those, that's pretty cool. That's good enough for me.
Yeah. So that's some pretty cool stuff. I'm looking forward to going there eventually. Probably not going to go there on opening day, especially these days. But yeah, cool stuff. Cool stuff.
Next.
All right. So I'll take this one because I like this game a lot. So as you guys know, Tetris 99 has events, from time to time and stuff like that. And there is another event that's actually coming up this Friday for Super Mario Collection / Super Mario All-Stars. This is going to be taking place, again, like I said, on Friday, December 4th until Tuesday, December 8th, Japan time.
Mm.
I imagine this is taking place in all of the regions. I haven't like double checked that type of stuff.
Are there any screenshots of this?
This is there are. I think there's like a video preview you can check out on Nintendo NCL's like social media and stuff like that.
I wonder what the blocks will look like. I wonder if the blocks will be like Mario blocks and question blocks.
Ooh, that would be nice. We can find out this Friday.
Yeah, or you can just take a look at Nintendo's website.
Ty, I remember you saying you've unlocked quite a lot of the skins, right? Like, did you say like the Mario one actually wasn't good? They do have a Mario one already, don't they?
Yes.
Ty, you said like the colors look too similar or something like that.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Wait. I have all of them, James.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Played a lot.
Yeah. I have most of them.
Do you play as the Mario one?
Talking to me or talking to Ty?
Danny.
No, I use that original Game Boy Tetris one. That is the only one I use because it's freaking awesome.
Okay. I use like one of the 8-bit looking ones, like the Zelda one or something. The one because they have a black background and the pieces have bold colors. It's good for identifying the shapes quickly and identifying the next piece out of my peripheral vision.
Sure. Well, I'm just looking at a screenshot on Nintendo Japan's website. They're pretty colorful blocks, kind of like pastel colors. And there's like the big Mario coin, like you can see in our screenshot right now. If you're watching the video version of the Super Mario Collection, kind of like emblem.
The gold Mario medallion, whatever that is.
Which that is not a thing in the Western versions.
Yeah, I've always wondered about that. Like, what is that? Because it's like a golden Mario with a golden top hat. And it's like, that's never been in a game since. It's not even in that game. It's just the box. And it's never ever been referenced ever again in any game. It's like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I have the actual Super Famicom version of it. And yeah, it's just right front and center. The, Mario
like,
with the gold top hat.
Were they planning on selling that medallion as like a real physical item? And then so they mocked up that picture for it and then never got made.
Right. It's, hard telling. Anyways, I'm looking forward to that. James Allen looks like he's like, hell yeah. Tetris 99. Well, I'm disappointed that by the All-Stars team could be so much better. It probably could. But, they're trying to cross promote, I guess, maybe because that game is available on Nintendo Switch Online. Maybe they're trying to kind of cross.
So there isn't a classic Mario theme already, Danny?
There is. It like there's the Zelda one. There's a classic Mario one that you can purchase.
And the music is just Super Mario Brothers 1 music?
Yeah, I think it's... I'm trying to remember. It's been so long. But yeah, it's
I
pretty
wonder
much
what
Super
this
Mario
music will be then. Just the same music again.
Oh, and then actually James Allen brings up a good point. That medallion that we just talked about, that medallion was the one on the Wii version of the All-Stars game. And it's originally from the Japanese version of the game. So,
he's talking about the 4 megabytes on a DVD game, right?
They repurposed literally an asset from the Super Famicom box. Great job, guys. They couldn't even be bothered to make up new stuff. People in the West didn't know any better, though.
All right, then. I'll take the next one, Danny.
Yes.
Because I am the Nintendo Game and Trials master because I play every single game. If it's free, I'll have it.
You are the game trial.
So yeah, the next one is going to be Overcooked 2, which is pretty cool. It's currently Japan exclusive, but we always say that, and then 3 days later it gets announced for the West. So I don't know, fingers crossed, it probably will be.
Yeah.
It's going to start on December 7th, which is a bit awkward because that's when Doom Eternal is coming out.
Well,
and
it's the day before. It'll be good.
It'll be free until December the 13th. Usually there's a sale price. They usually cut the price in half for these game trial games, but they're not doing that with Overcooked 2. I don't know why that is. Maybe because Overcooked 2 is not that expensive anyway. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. Or if they did, or if they are having it on sale, they sure didn't mention it in like their article about it. But usually they talk about everything. So I mean, it just like you said, it is a cheap price. So maybe they're just trying to get
Isn't it
people
like $10 anyway?
I think it's about like maybe 2,000 yen, $20, $15, something like that.
Okay. Well, yeah, I talked about Overcooked for quite a bit in the previous episode because we were talking about Cake Bash, and I said that I haven't played Overcooked 2, but I really want to because it looks like it has way more features and way more, recipes, and just looks overall the better game. So yeah, I'm excited to play a bit of that. It's cool, and there's so much like DLC and like extra things for that game. It's crazy. There was a time like they updated it like every month or every other month for like a whole year.
Wow.
There's like Chinese New Year recipes and like Christmas recipes and like crazy stuff. Hot chocolate, steamed buns, all these kind of things. Just like very international kind of recipes being added. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know how much of that is included in this version.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, moving on. Actually, Ty, do you want to read about this?
Oh,
sure. Shit. Yeah, this is a depressing one. For Wii U Super Mario Maker owners, another blow will be coming to you on March 31st, 2021, when Nintendo personally sends a representative to like give you a sharp blow, like right in the stomach. No, from that date, you will no longer be able to upload courses for the game. Sounds like they're just shut down servers. The Mario Maker bookmark website will also be taken down. Oh, it looks like you can still play uploaded courses. What does that mean? Like, they'll have like a permanent server?
Either that, because like the wording that I saw was, it sounded like you can still download stuff that's already uploaded, but they're just making it so you can't add on to it anymore. So that's what it sounded like.
It's probably the 10 million levels that are already uploaded. They'll just stay on, but the no more will be uploaded after that.
The game will also be delisted from the Wii U eShop.
What?
Yeah, on January 13th.
What? Just, it's a late Christmas present. Right now, if you're watching the video version, we got a nice, Nintendo Switch under a Christmas tree with presents. Just imagine one of the presents under there is the Wii U version of the game just getting stomped on into bits. And yeah, so there you go.
That's sad, isn't it? I mean, what is this, like celebrating the Mario 35th? It's like, happy anniversary, Mario. One of your games is being delisted. And then 2 months later, another game will be delisted, and another one will be delisted. So, yeah.
Yikes!
Good celebration, Christmas miracle. Christmas miracle, guys.
Yeah,
but that's not a joke, right? 3 Mario games will be delisted over the course of January, February, March next year
on the same day. Well, or whatever. Yeah. Anyways, that's what it is.
Redonkulous. Happy birthday, you filthy animal!
Right. James, do you want to take this next one about Wonderful 101?
Oh, yeah. I added this one, actually.
Yeah.
There was an update from a friend of the show, Kamiya. Good man. Meeting him next week for a drink.
Yes.
There is a demo for Wonderful 101 Remastered. There hasn't been demo up till this point. Because it was like, what do you call it? You have to put money towards it to make sure it happens. No. The
crowdfund.
Crowdfunded service. Yeah, it was kickstarted, right?
Yeah.
So up until this, the Kickstarter guys got it first, obviously, and then it went, public. Mm-hmm. But they were trying to get that game ready for the Kickstarter launch, so they didn't have time to, make a demo for scrubs like us who didn't buy it. And not only that, they've actually added a demo to full version transfer tool, like built into the game. So now you can get the demo, and if you like it, go straight into the main game, and all your save will be carried over. And also with that same update, they've added a new feature called Wonderful Code. Brilliant. Where certain hidden elements of the game will be unlocked via officially released codes. So I don't know, maybe it's in cans of Mountain Dew or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
nice. But yeah, you'll be able to get these codes and put them in and then unlock secret stuff, like Banjo-Kazooie back in the day. But that never happened,
right?
Until the Xbox version,
right?
So yeah, I'm going to check that out. I'm going to get me some Wonderful 101. I think I played a demo on the Wii U.
Yeah. I bought the Wii U version back in February for like 1,000 yen, maybe like 500 yen, something, $5 or $10.
About right.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to see how the game plays without having to draw on the tablet. I'm interested to know that, just using a regular ass controller. So yeah,
I've never played it.
I'm probably going to save that till next year, to be honest, because I got a lot of games to play this month, and
Sure.
Fammies, Game of the Year stuff, and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah.
Yep. This last little bit of news, Ty, did you put this on here?
Yeah, I snuck this in.
What the fuck is this?
What is
Okay, this is. I saw a little bit of sad news this week. The Arecibo, if I'm pronouncing the right, observatory's telescope collapsed. Now, this might not mean anything to you, like at a glance, but every Nintendo fan knows this as GoldenEye's Cradle.
Okay.
Ah,
yeah,
from the movie, you mean?
Yeah, and well, the whatever that weird spin-off from the game was, yeah. They made a movie based on the game. So
Yes.
yeah, everybody I think is pretty familiar with the final scenes of GoldenEye, where a James Bond drops Alex Trevelyan off the fucking radio telescope thing they have set up, and that's a real place.
James? No,
Yeah, exactly. Right, and you can even play that level in multiplayer with a Game Shark, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. Little bit of extra stuff there. So, like, it may be sad to hear that the telescope part has collapsed and the whole thing is looking pretty nasty and overgrown and mangled now. So, yeah, one of many unfortunate things to happen to Puerto Rico recently.
Oh man. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's so fucked up you can't even skateboard in that fucking awesome half pipe thing. Looking pretty rough.
Rip in peace. There
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, it looks pretty fucked up.
Maybe they'll repair it. Who knows?
006's body there at the bottom. Can you see that?
I can see it. Still there.
Yep. That movie was a documentary.
Yes.
Events happened in real time.
It is
Cool.
now.
Well, let's keep the ball rolling here because we got charts to get through here actually.
Oh
And,
yeah, charts. Okay,
James,
then
you wanna
what?
take the software.
Okay, then here we go. Starting at number 10, it's Pokemon Sword and Shield and Expansion Pass. It's back in the charts. Sold 11,000 this week. Number 9 is Super Mario Party for the Switch, 12,000. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Lots of kind of party games being put back into the charts here, ready for the holidays, I guess. 13,000 this week. Pikmin 3 Deluxe, doing pretty well. Number 7. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. How many colons can you fit into a game title?
6.
That would be the PS4 version, because Ty doesn't play Call of Duty, so that's why it's not in the Japanese top 10.
Right.
That's all 25,000 on PS4. Number 5, Fortnite Last Laugh Bundle, a physical Fortnite game. What the hell?
Just a bundle with whatever
E-bucks,
points, or whatever
V-bucks.
shit it's called. Yeah, sure.
Virtual Bucks. That sold 31,000. The game is it's free, Number 4. I don't know how, but Ring Fit Adventure must have been reprinted, or they finally got some in stock.
James, like it's been pretty much readily available for like the past couple months, man, for like normal price.
All right, I gave up looking.
Yeah,
There was a time when I would have bought it, but every time I looked, it was sold out, and I was like, I'm not spending $3,000 on a Ring Fit Adventure.
Sheeple. And now that it's available, you don't even want it because nobody else wants it. Sheep.
Yep, exactly. I actually just started jogging in real life.
Oh, probably
because I gave up. Be like, I'm not going to do virtual running. I might as well just start real running.
Right.
So yeah, in your face, Danny, it worked out.
Boom.
That sold 36,000, and then Animal Crossing is on 37,000. Age of Calamity. 173,000 this week. Wow, that's doing
That's
pretty well.
yeah, that's
Is that the
opening
second week on sale as well?
first week.
That was the first week. Okay, and then number one, rip in
boy.
peace every other game in Japan because Momotaro Densetsu Showa Heisei Reiwa no Teiban! Exclamation mark. Sold 345,000, aka every single game combined, still higher.
Yeah. And yeah, actually, I just saw something interesting too, James. Like just yesterday, Momotaro Dentetsu, not Densetsu.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dentetsu.
It's okay.
I did a double
Dentetsu
take too. Is that a typo? No,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah, no. But like Konami came out and said that the game has already sold like 750,000 units. Like themselves, they just kind of like beat the next episode of Famitsu and like all those things. That's coming out either I think tomorrow at the time of the recording. But like, yeah, they kind of just I guess beat that to the punch, and maybe they're including digital sales and stuff like that there too, because that's pretty crazy.
So basically, it's going to reach 1 million in like 3 weeks.
Probably, it's a pretty popular series here, and yeah, we actually have a preview of it up here on the YouTube channel. If you guys are remotely interested, you should check it out. I kind of like explain about a little bit about the series and then talk about what's in this game. There's online play and stuff like that too. It seems pretty full featured. The only big asterisk is that you probably should know some Japanese if you're gonna try to play this.
I hope you know 1,000 kanji.
yeah, pretty much. So
you have to understand the pun in the title before you can play the game.
Yeah, if you don't know what a Reiwa, Showa, or Heiwa, or a Heisei is, then yeah, you might as well just give up.
Showa, Heisei, Reiwa,
Teiba. Yep.
So yeah, I guess Ty, do you want to take the hardware? You like hardware? It's got Xbox. It's got Xbox in there.
Xbox. Wait, where the hell is it?
It's just under the.
Oh yeah, there we go. Let's see. Nintendo Switch hardware is at 179,143 units sold for the week. I guess 151,000 for the original model and 28,000 for the Lite. Man, imagine buying a Lite. What are you, like a 12-year-old?
Yes.
Okay.
Was
3DS hardware
less, right?
Ooh, they're still selling new 3DSs. 588 of them.
Wow.
All right.
That's amazing.
Yeah. 23 for it's down to the tens, like 23 units sold for
that's like 3DS
LL. Yeah. 565 for the new 2DS LL. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation 5 hardware is at 42,891. Xbox Series XS is at 3,684. Needless to remind you, that's all of them.
Yeah, and that's for a week. That is not like lifetime or anything.
This is for the week. And I've been seeing people on Twitter. Like a certain friend of the show said, like he's like going to the stores for like the lotteries, and like it's always like 100 to 1. Like nobody is getting a PS5.
Yeah,
or an Xbox for that matter, as far as I can tell.
Yeah. Cool.
So good fucking luck to the lot of you.
Yeah.
I had a feeling that talking about Momotaro Dentetsu, it would bring Haitani into the chat, and it did.
Hell yeah.
He says his tandem partner has convinced him to get that game.
Right.
Yeah. I think he's the only guy in all of our patrons anyway who even knows about this game. So yeah.
Oh, I know about Momotaro Dentetsu.
Yeah.
I know because Momotaro was a playable character in beloved fighting game DMTV World Fighters.
Nice.
Yeah, he's going to be in the Smash Fighter Pack 2 as well, apparently.
Cool.
Like, I'm not sure if you're like fucking with me right now or not.
Yeah, right. Who knows at this point?
Yeah, like, you could just point at this chart and make a strong case. It's Momotaro.
Yep.
The current roster of Super Smash Brothers looks like a fake.
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't look real. It's fake. Everything is just fake.
Man, I fucking love guest characters in fighting games so much. We got RoboCop versus Terminator and MK. Right. We got a fucking Battletoad and Killer Instinct. We got Minecraft Steve and Smash
Right.
Brothers.
Yeah.
We got
Well,
fucking
yeah.
Negan versus Final Fantasy guy in Tekken.
Yeah. All right.
Fighting
Well,
games are where the party's at.
yeah.
All
I
your
think that's
needs belong
gonna
to us.
actually do it for the JAPANews. James, I think something's backing in.
Yeah, watch out behind you, Danny.
Whoa.
Bring it in, boys.
Just dump it in my house.
Yep. Just put it right behind Ty on top of all those boxes behind him. Just dump the garbage right on top.
Just hide it under all these Hatsune Miku blankets I won off the fucking Crane Game site.
Good times, good times. Yes, it is, of course, my garbage bag of goodness. Actually, this will be the last one of 2020 because it will not make an appearance, spoilers, during the Fammies Awards show next episode. So yeah, let's get right into it. And actually, this is the first time it has not been the American shop. And the reason that is because usually the US eShop has the most amazing garbage and the cheapest garbage, which is what we're aiming for, to fill up my bag full of as many games as possible for the low price of $1. Every single game was over $1, even the lowest one. I was shocked.
Weird.
I was shocked. Yeah, I think maybe there was
like
one
reverse Black Friday.
Right?
Yeah, I think there was one for 99 cents, but it was like one that we'd already done, and it was like more expensive than it was last time we did it. So anyway, so yeah, I went to the European one, and amazingly, it seems to have taken off where the US eShop left off, because right at the bottom there was one for 8 pence.
What the hell is a pence?
Exactly,
for
right?
starters?
8 pennies.
Okay, how much is that in American pennies?
That's a good question.
It's about 12, maybe it's 13, 14, something like that.
8 pence in cents. How much is that? How many cents are you going to get for that? I have no idea.
I'll figure it out.
Danny, can you work that out for us?
Yep.
Thanks very much.
All right. All right.
Yeah,
so what can we get with our 100 pence? What is 100 pence? Is that a quid? A squid?
Yeah, 100 pence is a squid. Exactly.
Okay. I'm getting it.
Right. Well, pence is penny, right? Penny and pence is the same thing, right? You guys actually kind of stole our word for that, but we let you have it. It's fine.
British, dude, what the hell are we supposed to do? We're ran by the British for a couple hundred years.
Right. The only pence we know in the U.S. is like the weird guy that fucks horses. The vice president. That's what it's called.
Yeah. Speaking of that, basically 8 pence is about 11 cents. I was close.
Okay.
Well, close enough.
Yeah,
close enough. All right then. Yeah, I never understood why you guys don't call it a penny, not a penny. Anyway,
weird.
Well, there it is.
But yeah. Anyways, yeah. Basically, one pound is about $1.33 USD.
Okay. So yeah,
what is that in bison dollars?
Right.
In Korean won, it's 1,467.07.
All right, thanks.
Shall
Danny.
I continue?
No.
Didn't need your portfolio update, mate.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to start with Hexon, which used to be 89 cents. It's now 90. Force of habit. I called it cents. It used to be 89 pence. It's now down to 8 pence. And it is a relaxing puzzle game. Turn on each board by connecting all magnetic pieces to it. In each level, you have a different board and a different set of pieces. You need to plug in all the pieces to complete each level.
Okay. They're magnetic, you say?
Yeah, right. It's called Hexon, and they've kind of capitalized on at the end. So yeah, let's check out the exciting trailer of a puzzle game.
Oh, did I see a Brazilian flag on that developer logo? Let's go.
There you go. Oh, it's shiny. It's pleasant. It's probably a smartphone game. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty simple matching game.
I mean, dragging the pieces onto like this hexagonal board looks very much like a smartphone thing to do to me. But
oh yeah, baby's first fucking, programming project.
Right.
Exactly. Hexon, yeah, published by Cubite Game Studio. Yes, with the Brazilian flag. Ty saw it. Yeah, well spotted.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Yep.
my goal to play a video game from every country. Not every country has made a video game, so it's a work in progress.
That's a good point. Looking forward to North Korea's first game.
Oh, they've already made games. You can get a couple of mobile games out of North Korea.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
One was even picked up by a Western publisher. So feel free to Google that when you have some time to kill.
Nice. Anyway, we're throwing Hex on in the bag. It's right in there.
Okay.
Why not? Next game we got is TTV2, and very.
Oh, it's the GeoCities gift bot game.
Right. TTV2 is an arcade retro hardcore maze wanderer mini game sequel to Trip to Vinelands. Classic. We've all played Trip to Vinelands plenty of times.
Oh yeah, game of the year.
It's a reflex-based indie experience with original audio and art made by the same creator of the arcade series Ubermosh. Actually, Ubermosh does sound familiar. I think Ubermosh might have been in the garbage bag before. Are you ready to test your reflexes in a new indie game?
Yes.
If your answer is yes, well, listen carefully, Ty. TTV2 is the right game for you. This game was built for you to act quickly, testing your reflexes and attention to detail when trying to escape the maze.
Okay.
All right then. Okay. This is also 8 pennies, so yeah, absolute bargain. It used to be. Oh, it's one of those really dark. They put like purple text on black background. It's like
right. Geocities.com.
right. Wow, this looks very spiky. That guy looks like it was designed by the programmer.
This looks like my first games that made us.
Right? Oh shit. What console would that be?
VIC
Like
20.
VIC 20. Right.
What the fuck? What the fuck is a VIC 20?
Cubite. Same guy.
Cubite again. Okay, maybe they're having a sale.
Nice.
Okay, so it's like avoid the spiky thing by moving your character around.
And get out.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
It looks like it's controlled by a mouse, though. It's like avoid your mouse cursor touching stuff kind of game.
Or touch screen, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Now that looks kind of like analog stick movement to me.
Yeah, that does to me too.
All right then. Well, okay, it's got spiky things and blades and
could be
things.
hair.
Yeah. This looks kind of fun.
Yeah. There we go. 8 pennies. Throw it in the sack.
I'd get that for 8 pennies. I would support the Brazilian game development scene.
Right. And this was again by Cubite. I think they're going to be the sponsors of this game, actually. Sponsors of this episode, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Cubite Interactive. All right then. There's a lot of games for 8 pennies, but I think we've had those before. We've definitely had Color Grid before. So we'll go for the next one, which is Poker Hands. It's a relaxing puzzle game where you combine neighboring cards to form poker hands. You see, they didn't localize neighboring there for the European eShop there. So it's missing a U, you see. Use your arrow keys on your Nintendo Switch, which has a keyboard, right? to move the cards.
This is awesome.
When 2 cards touch, they merge into 1. Okay. Poker hands. This is not Edward Scissorhands. This is like making hands in poker, right?
No, it's
50 levels that will challenge you to form different poker hands designed for experienced poker players and newcomers alike. You do not need to know how to play poker to enjoy this game. Yeah, they're very sure about that. A regional soundtrack composed especially for this game. Well, that was good of them.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'd almost be more confident in like a soundtrack hastily bought off of fucking downloaded off of royalty-free YouTube.
Right, exactly. Holy shit, this artwork definitely looks royalty-free.
Holy shit. Let's go.
It's like using the default clip art, I think, in Microsoft Word. So okay, so you just make poker hands and get points?
I think maybe you're shifting cards around and like looking for like pairs or better.
Okay. Oh man,
From
that
Minimal
that symbol
Games.
again, the GameCube symbol.
Yeah.
Dude, Cubite.
Oh, it's like Cubite. Let's go.
Published by Cubite Game Studio.
Wow, they've moved it into publishing now. That's great.
No, I think they published the all three of those games that we've talked about so far.
Okay.
Okay, next one. A little bit more expensive, this one. This is 17 pence. It's down from £1.79. And it's called Magicolors. Again, it's spelt incorrectly for the European eShop, so don't know how I feel about that.
It's for the Brits.
Yeah, hit me with these off-brand puzzle blocks.
Right. Use your staff to solve challenging puzzles and unlock powerful spells by absorbing energy from rare magic crystals. Play the well-known three-piece alignment game of the same color, but with totally different mechanics. Have fun in building block style voxel setting. Why is building got a capital B? I don't know. Solve challenging puzzles in a unique way, interacting with the scenario, using the resources acquired during the game.
Okay, so we're putting together Minecraft and Bejeweled. What demonic presence will this bestow upon us?
Sounds a little bit machine translated, that synopsis.
Sounds a little bit machine developed.
All right, then let's check it out.
All
so
right.
this is Magicolors. What? Actually, this reminds me of like an old Commodore game. Was it called like?
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Equinox and Solstice.
Yeah. Things like that. Like
Yeah.
not isometric. Yeah, kind of isometric.
Yeah, and Rare had a game like that too.
Yes. Is it Wizardry? Wizardry, yeah. I think it's that.
That sounds something like that. I can see it clearly in my mind.
Ooh, well, it's cool actually, but you can move the camera around, which you couldn't do back in the day, right?
Right.
So you have to line up the wizard and then fire your magic so it hits all three crystals at the same time, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the well-known game of three-piece alignment.
Yeah, the classic. I actually kind of like the look of it. It's a like poverty voxel game, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not like The Tourist, the game that I played on Switch like earlier this year. It's not like that level, but it's kind of like a lesser version of that. Yeah, I down with this. Looks all right.
Yeah.
Pause the game.
And it's our boys too. It's Cubite again too.
Yeah,
At least I
exactly.
think with the publishing.
Yeah.
As long as you can move the camera, they're not really moving the camera very much in this little trailer here. But yeah, there it is. Magicolors published by Cubite Game Studio again.
Developed by question.
It said earlier. I forgot the name already.
Yeah, developed by something. Yeah,
the guys.
So what were 3 times 8? Pennies,
24.
right? And then plus 17.
30, 41.
41 pennies. So we got 59 left. What else can we cram in my sack? Well, yeah, Dungeon Solver, that'll fit in. Don't think we've had this one before. 90% off. Used to be £3 at 59. Now down to the bargain price of 35 pennies. Dungeon Solver is a minimalist game based on board games like chess and table RPG.
Oh, I love table RPG.
Is that like saying Dungeons and Dragons without
Table
saying
RPG
that?
2 was my favorite.
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons is a copyrighted term.
Right.
Take all your heroes' pieces to the exit of the dungeon, avoiding enemies and traps present on the way. Game feature. Missing the S. Okay, never mind. 60 challenging levels. Phases carefully designed.
Okay. So last time we had a mashup of Bejeweled and I guess Solstice. Now this is like chess and D&D. All right.
Right. 3 heroes pieces with different movements. Brilliant. Relaxing atmosphere with colorful and bright aspects with new elements as it progresses through the levels.
Is it actually relaxing though? It sounds like it could be very agitating.
Or else it gets the hose. Okay, brilliant. So yeah, let's check it out. I've already forgotten the name of this game. What's it called? Dungeon Solver. Escape from prison. Okay. Well, Looks like it was drawn in Microsoft Paint. We always could have one of those, right? Cubite again.
Game Nacional.
Game Nacional.
In Cricken Game Studios.
Unity Lighting System.rar.
Right. Also, are these like chess pieces? I guess they can move in like chess style. Yeah, I think that's what it is, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so it's like Necrodancer without the fucking music.
And without like the visual frills.
Yeah, there is no music playing, by the way. It's completely silent.
Oh, well,
it's not like because of the stream. Yeah. So like the you can only move the pieces as if they were chess pieces, which I guess that's kind of a clever take on it.
Yeah,
but it looks like ass. Seriously, looks like absolute ass. Cubite Game Studio, probably not one of your best to publish, to be honest.
Right.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, let's just have a half full sack then. Let's just leave the sack half empty at what was it, 41 pennies, something like that.
Yeah, we'll save our pence for next month, I guess.
Save it for Christmas. Maybe buy like a really expensive game for Christmas.
Get a really good fruit cake
for like £1.50 or something.
Hytani had a comment here too. He said, it seems for euros the minimum is still 0.99 euros. I didn't know the Great Britain pound can go below that as well now.
Yeah. It is usually like that, Hytani. The British one is like the European one, like the lowest one starts at 99, and the Japanese one is the same. Like the lowest one is 100 yen.
Yeah.
It's only up until now. It was always just the American one that had the super low prices, but not today. It seems to have been flipped.
Right.
So yeah, there you go. Nice little bunch of games there. Thanks to Cubite Game Studios from Brazil. Please do enjoy.
Yep.
And look forward to more garbage in 2021 after the Fammies and all that next year.
Yep.
Danny,
right.
Back to you.
Yep. Well, I kind of had. I think let's just. We get a lot of different comments, but I have one in particular I want to read from YouTube. We'll do that. We'll kind of mix that in with like the outro. But right now, we have a special preview for you guys about something that's coming up on the next episode. And James, you want to kick this thing off?
Yeah. So today we are going to talk of the categories. We're going to tell you what the categories are for the Fammies that we're going to be doing on December 16th. Is that right, Danny?
And then the audio version, that'll be out on the 18th.
Yeah, so that's Famicast 188. We'll be reading out the categories. And so if you have games that you think should be nominated for any of these categories, you have from now until that episode. Okay, so get your messages into us before, or maybe on December 16th, as long as it's not too late into the 16th after we've already started recording. But whatever it is, Twitter at the Famicast. If you've got a huge list you want to email to us, usually we get those from our patrons. They usually do that. They send in their best games or top 5 games. The Famicast at gmail.com if you want to send us like a very concise list. If you just want to comment on YouTube, that's fine. Just put it in this thread below this episode. That's absolutely fine. So yeah, plenty of ways that you can send in your nominations, and we'll be doing some Twitter polls as well. So you could just simply click one of the options on Twitter. Get in your nominations, and then your nominations will be added to the polls that we do on Twitter. So yeah, it's definitely worth sending in your nominations. Yeah. So here we go. So some of these are ones that we've always done. Some of them are brand new, and some of them have just kind of been adapted a little bit for various reasons. We've kind of taken some out and combined them with others, things like that, right? So yeah, please understand. So the categories for the Famicast Game of the Year 2020 are, I'll read out the first couple. Maybe Danny and Ty can take over. So the first one is Online Game of the Year. So these are games that you enjoyed playing online with other people. And remember, it has to be a 2020 release. Yep. And this is not Fortnite, okay? That's been out for a decade. This is a 2020 release, a brand new online game that released on Switch this year. Okay, so get those in. And the next one is the one called Please Stop.
Please.
Of the year. Always one of the funniest ones to discuss. So these are like trends, or it could be specific games, like game series or whatever, that you just want to stop. Just like, please stop this. It's a trend or a game that you just want it to end.
Right.
Danny.
Sure. The next one we have here is the disappointment of the year. As James likes to always say, from hype get to hype niet. So yeah, there's always games out there that are going to be disappointing you. So definitely, we have a kind of list started. We'll kind of leave that secret for now.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you guys have some games out there too. So let us know. Then after that, we have the kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum. We have the pleasant surprise of the year. So this is something cool, like a cool game that came out that you weren't expecting to be this good. It could be maybe something that, yeah, let's just leave it at that. So yeah. And Ty, do you want to take over from number 5?
All right, number 5, pandemic game of the year. Games that help you get through the dark times. The ongoing dark times.
Right. So this has replaced the TGS game of the year because TGS didn't really happen.
RIP TGS. Okay, number 6. Need to play more next year of the year. Okay, this is a fun one. It's like games like we like, but like we haven't found the time to play them enough.
Or maybe it's a game that you don't even know if you like because you haven't played it enough. Or, you know what I mean? That
That's you, Danny. That's you.
Yeah, it is very me with that thing that I put in there too.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And next.
Okay, I'll take over from number 7.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Complete garbage of the year.
Garbage day.
So yeah, this is obviously the worst game of 2020. So I don't know if I'll be heading up this category. Would it just be me? Is it just me talking in this category? Ty, you might have some garbage to talk about, right?
Yeah, like the Nintendo Switch.
Number 8 is this game really should be on Switch of the year. So yeah, I mean, it gets harder and harder each year, I think, this one, because so many games are actually coming out on Switch. But there are still a whole bunch.
Us having an effect.
Obviously.
Yeah, so for this one, we're going to change it up a little bit this year in that we're actually going to keep a list, like we're going to have a permanent list of games that we think should be on Switch. And when a game does come out on Switch, we'll remove it from the list. But if it still isn't released on Switch, it will remain on that list. Okay, so this is we're going to be updating the list. So we're going to kind of
that sounds
mix it up a little bit. Danny, you want to take it over from number 9?
Yeah. So for the years leading up to now, we had a feature still missing from the Switch of the year. But with kind of like rumors and just, I think, all logic pointing to this, now we're going to talk about the features that we want to be on the Switch Pro. I'm sure everybody out there has some kind of an opinion about that. So let us know what you think some of the most important things they can be. They can be little things. They can be big, complete changes that you want to see for the Switch. But yeah, so we got that. After that, we have the indie game of the year. Pretty self-explanatory there. Lots of indie games that come out, over the year on the Switch. Lots of them. Lots of good ones. Lots of mediocre ones. But let us know your favorites.
Many of them from our new friends at QSoft, was it?
Yes. Yes.
Qbyte.
Our endorsement deal is pending. Ty, take the next one.
Number 11. Best game we didn't mention last year because they released too late in 2019.
Yep. So games that basically came out in end of December last year.
There's always something really good.
Yeah. Right?
Like, well, okay, I'm not going to name names, but Shovel Knight Showdown.
Yep. Right. Sorry, what's next?
Oh, ongoing game of the year, right? Let's see, games that keep getting updated and we're still playing years later. Yeah, even the game awards on Spike TV or whatever that I went to great lengths to avoid seeing or hearing about. Like they just straight up give awards to ongoing games.
Wow,
like,
copying us. You're welcome.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we should. I think I mentioned this last year too. I think we should disassociate ourselves from linear time, open our third eye, and recognize that games are living, ongoing things, not contained to a singular release date.
All right. Well, then in that case, my favorite game is going to be Virtual Wrestling 64.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty. So next up, we're up to the number 13. It is Hypnieto of the Year. So this is a new award that we started last year, actually. So these are moments of hype delivered on the World Wide Web. So these are things like in Nintendo Directs or whatever presentations that other publishers have done, something that you saw, like a trailer, whatever it is, something that got you excited and it was like, oh shit, kind of moments that happened this year. Okay. The next one, another new category we started last year, is Best Music Track of the Year.
So I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yep. If you have any particular music tracks that you thought were amazing, let us know. And that will be in for nominations. So I think that's it, right? Because the rest of them are
basically like our personal,
the secret personal ones.
Secret personal ones. You know, there's a couple other things too, but yeah, you guys will just have to tune in. Like I said, video version is coming on December 16th. If you want to check us out live, if you can't check us out live, obviously you can still see the video version. But if you're an audio only listener, you can check us out starting on December 18th. So there it is.
Yep. So you basically have 2 weeks to finish your top 5 most played games. So yeah, get on that.
Exactly. Get us a list of your top 5 most played games. That's one very important thing too. If you guys want to help that, we'll definitely read those out on the air.
Yeah, and if you've got a brand new game like this week, you should at least start playing it now, because remember it takes like 10 days for your Nintendo Switch to actually tell you how long you've played it, which is annoying. So yeah, that's actually going to be annoying for Doom, isn't it? Because
you can kind of guestimate, but if you look at the whole list on the Switch list, right, and you can just go, okay, this is
where it goes between you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, but there you go. That's another thing to consider. Anyway, so yeah, we'll do all of our top 5 most played. Maybe even some special guest entries, our Patreon entries. You guys, lots of cool stuff, and lots more beside on the Fammies 2020 next episode. It's going to be a big one, boys.
Yes. Alrighty. Well, like I said, going to kind of mix in a little bit of feedback with the outro here. I wanted to pull something up from our YouTube, from our good buddy Chariot Goblin. But while I'm pulling that up, I'll go ahead and keep on stalling. If you do want to hit us up with some comments or something like that, if you're here on YouTube, just check us out, or just put your comment at the bottom of the video or something like that, and we can read it out that way. Check us out on Twitter at the Famicast. You can email us at thefamicast@gmail.com and get your stuff read out on the air like these guys. So, damn it! Of course, it's not loading up fast enough when I need it to.
So I got. Is it okay to read tweet, Danny, while you're twatting around?
Please go ahead.
Good.
The past tense of tweet, twat.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah, a lot of people commenting on Danny's balls, of course.
Standard.
Like our good friend F-Zero is my dad, and Perry Burkham.
Yeah.
Never Ryan Modolo. They're all very impressed with Danny's balls. Lemonade asked, how much time did that take, Danny, to get your score?
12.
What? How much time did it take to get 4,000?
Oh, okay. I thought I answered it. It did take me about 2 hours to get that score.
Jesus.
Yeah, it took a while.
Yes, Swimmin on Twitter @Swimmin. He's suggested you've been playing it nonstop since it came out, which also could be true.
Right, not quite, but almost.
Ricky had a joke comment on that. It's like, this picture is definitely not 5K.
Yeah, yes,
that was the score. Yeah, and then we have a cool official tweet from our good pals at Uplink Virtual Con that we talked about earlier in this episode. Yeah, that's the convention that we are going to be part of, and yeah, we're very excited. So if you want to follow those guys on Twitter, they are at UplinkCon, which you can see on the video version.
Yeah,
and yeah,
they have like another Twitter handle too for like the Long Island Retro Gaming. I forget, it's like at LI Retro or something like that. So you can check that out too.
Yeah, but they tweeted out this cool picture of us. Key suspects. I like that. We look like we're kind of wanted criminals.
Yeah.
Are you not?
Right. The Famicast podcast. There we are. Looking very suspicious.
Fun fact, for my picture, I just got off of work, took off my dress shirt, and just came up to my game room and snapped a picture. That was it. Boom.
Brilliant.
Everyone wanted to know that. But from our good buddy Chariot Goblin on the last episode of the show, he said, "Hey, great show. Jesus Christ, that hashtag BeatBivensBalls left my ass off. Game & Watch finally arrived in the mail. It's a pretty neat device to see from Nintendo in the Switch era. D-pad might be better than the one on the Switch controllers." Yep. My high score in Ball A, which is the one where I have the high score, is 59, and in Ball B, it's 640. Keep going, man. You can get way more than that. I know you can.
Get on Danny's level. Come on.
Get on my level. Spend 2 hours of your Saturday just doing that.
Yeah. Okay, and then another one from our good buddies at the Uplink buddies. They said they just tweeted out the calendar that we just tweeted out, the from the Line. Is it from Line, right? Yeah. The Christmas calendar, the official Nintendo Christmas calendar, and they said, hope that the Boo brought us some presents.
I was gonna respond to that last night, like, yeah, if the Boo doesn't bring any presents, he's gonna get a good old fashioned fucking Christmas beatdown.
All right, mate, calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and somebody, Sonic Pulsar, he said he wishes he could have pre-ordered that Zelda Muso treasure box. Anyway, have fun, Danny, with your scarf. Well, yeah, it obviously is.
It's a different. This isn't even the thing. Okay,
right. It's not the one, is it?
Literally took about 30 minutes to get folded back up and put in the original plastic sack. That sucked. And my wife was helping me because I'm an idiot.
Right. Oh, with the secret Japanese folding skills.
Yes. No, it's just such a pain in the ass.
All right, mate.
And I am never taking that thing out ever again. So if you're a patron, I made a stupid video with this stupid scarf and the stupid blanket. So you should check it out. It's you guys.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It's so dumb. But anyway, that is going to go ahead and do it for Famicast 187. Like I said, last Famicast, regular Famicast of the year. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can definitely do that individually. You can follow me at DannyBiv, DANNYBIV. James, where can the good folk find you?
Yes, I'm at FamiComplicated, but I think most of your tweets should be directed at the Famicast because, like I said, we want your Fammies nominations. So yeah, keep on that Twitter and you'll be able to join in with various polls and stuff like that. So yeah, keep it locked to at the Famicast in it.
Right. I was just saying for individual stuff if you want to follow us individually, but okay.
All right, get on with it. Ty,
yep.
How about
you? Yeah. If you want to send your joke nominations, you can send them to me
right
at Super Cat Drugs. And also check out my Twitter to see which two characters I would pit against each other in a $100 million movie. Okay. It has to be a versus movie.
All right.
So yeah, Ty's hashtag is Nintendo, because he only wants games that were not on Nintendo systems, right?
Can you don't?
Right. All right. Well, that is going to do it for Famicast 187. Thank you guys. Of course, obviously, thanks James and Ty for joining me. Fammies 2020 coming soon, everyone. Get hyped. Send us your comments and stuff like that, and we'll talk about them in the next show. Until then, have a good first half of December. Stay safe out there. Yeah, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.
Fammies hype train.
Toodles.
Later.
Who turned out the lights?
Right.